Lute was born on September 22, 1934, in Mayville, North Dakota, under the name Robert Luther Olson. Olson attended Augsburg College in Minneapolis, Minnesota from 1952 to 1956. He played football, basketball, and baseball while at Augsburg. Olson graduated with a double major in history and physical education. Lute Olson's first basketball head coaching job was in 1967 at Marina High School in California. He then went to coach at Long Beach Community College from 1970 to 1973, where he had great success. After that, Olson coached Long Beach State for one season. In 1974, Lute Olson took on the head coaching position at the University of Iowa. Olson replaced Dick Schultz, who had resigned after the previous season. He was taking over a basketball program with very little success since its startup in 1892. The Hawkeyes had made the NCAA tournament just 3 times since it began in 1939, though losing in the championship in 1956. Nonetheless, both the University of Iowa and Lute Olson were looking forward to the fresh start. The 1975 team went 10-16 with a 7-11 conference record, but the next year Lute Olson turned the team around. The Hawkeyes posted a 19-win season while improving to 9-9 in the Big Ten. The team failed to make the NCAA tournament that season, but things were looking up for Iowa basketball. With freshman point guard Ronnie Lester leading the way, the 1976-1977 Iowa team posted a 20-7 record and finished fourth in the Big Ten. Despite the great season, Iowa was still left out of the tournament. 1977 and 1978 would prove to be Olson's second worst overall record and worst overall Big Ten record with Iowa, finishing 5-13. Iowa's lack of success in 1977 and 1978 was due to large amount of injuries, causing Iowa to struggle with chemistry and consistency. Lute Olson made sure that the previous season would soon be forgotten. In 1978 and 1979, the Iowa Hawkeyes posted a 20-8 record and finished first in the Big Ten with a 13-5 conference record. Ronnie Lester led the way for Iowa, and Iowa ended the season ranked 20th in the AP poll and made the NCAA tournament for the first time since 1970. Lute Olson and the Hawkeyes entered the tournament as the number 4 seed, but were upset by Toledo on a last-second shot. Although Toledo ended Iowa's great season earlier than they expected, Iowa basketball was gaining relevance, and a lot of it was thanks to Lute Olson and his coaching. Lute had an incredible knack for uniting his players and making them feel like family. He made them trust him and play together. By now, Lute Olson was famous and loved in Iowa City. Radio man Bob Brooks said that when Lute Olson walked through an airport, it was like Moses parting the Red Sea. Olson could not get a cup of coffee in Iowa City without being mobbed by fans and supporters. Lute Olson and the Iowa Hawkeyes had another very successful season in 1979 and 1980. The team faced lots of diversity and injuries throughout the season, even being dubbed the nickname the Fabulous Few for the varied and thin rotation that often only went 6 deep. Nonetheless, Iowa basketball went 23-10, though finishing only 4th in the Big Ten. Iowa limped into the NCAA tournament as the 5 seed. The Hawkeyes beat VCU, NC State, and the first-seeded Syracuse, respectively, in the first 3 rounds. They squeaked by the 3rd-seeded Georgetown in the Elite Eight and entered the Final Four. Iowa was set to face Louisville in the Final Four matchup. Early in the game, Iowa star Ronnie Lester went down with a leg injury. This helped Louisville win the game 80-72. Had Lester not gotten hurt, Lute Olson would have led Iowa to their only other NCAA tournament championship appearance in school history. Lute Olson coached Iowa for 3 more seasons until 1983, and took the Hawkeyes to the NCAA tournament all 3 seasons, though only making it as far as the Sweet 16 in the last season. After the 1983 season, Lute Olson left Iowa to coach the Arizona Wildcats, where he stayed until 2008. He achieved many great things at Arizona, winning the NCAA championship in 1997. Through his 9 seasons as the Iowa Hawkeye head basketball coach, Olson had a record of 168 wins and 90 losses, 1 Big Ten championship, 5 NCAA tournament appearances, and 1 trip to the Final Four. He was awarded the Big Ten Coach of the Year in 1979 and 1981. In 2002, Lute Olson was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Lute Olson gained a great amount of publicity at Iowa. He achieved great things as the coach. Olson could be considered as the coach who brought Iowa basketball into national relevance. In just 9 years, Lute took over a subpar team and made them into a yearly NCAA tournament team. Lute Olson brought to Iowa a sense of excellence and winning tradition, and that has been carried on to this day.